Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy with Daily Marketing here, back with another hard-hitting video. Today, we are going to be setting up a brand awareness objective ad on Facebook. So moving forward for the next few videos, we're going to be going through each and every one of Facebook's campaigns, and I'm going to show you how each one works, kind of how to understand it a little bit, and then go through the practically how to set it up, and then show you kind of the different options. So today we're going to start off with brand awareness objective. So the brand awareness objective is interesting. It's not one, admittedly, that I use a ton. However, it's pretty important for folks that, maybe have a CPG good or something like that, or selling through another retailer, right? And it's really all about just getting familiarity with your brand, right? And so as we go down here, it's going through the challenges of current methods and whatever. This is just basically this is Facebook's business one-sheeter thing, right? But it's really them trying to sell. So like cutting through the clutter, really what it is there's kind of the optimization and then the reporting metric, right? And so ad recall lift is the optimization. So it's going to optimize towards people basically that are engaging, is my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what it's looking for really is the percentage of people who are reached by your campaign who are incremental recallers, right? So they're going to be able to say, if I go to them in a week and you were selling, I don't know, Coca-Cola or something like that, I'm going to say, hey, did you see an ad for Coca-Cola last week? They go, I did. It was the one with the polar bear or something like that, right? The second part of that metric is reach, and it's just the number of people that they can get to that will recall your ad, right? And Facebook doesn't really disclose how they say that people can recall your ad, and it is an estimate. However, it's my understanding that it's basically kind of an engagement and how long they spent watching it and things like that. So the reporting metric takes three forms. It's the estimated ad recall lift. It's the estimated ad recall lift, like the number of people raw that they think can recall your ad, and they're keeping it top of mind, right? The estimated ad recall lift rate is like the percentage basically of people that they think will be able to recall it, and the cost per ad recall lift, right? And so again, just kind of going back to this doesn't apply to probably most of you that are watching this, just to be honest, because this is really something for consumer packaged goods, things you would sell through a traditional retailer, right? And those are important, absolutely. And I'm sure some of you are making awesome crafts and furniture and things like that and selling through retailers, but this is just aimed at people, kind of, to my mind, how I would use it is if you don't have a national brand, figure out where your retailers are, target people within, 5 miles or whatever, right? And start just building awareness, building kind of that brand loyalty that you need in order to, when somebody goes into the store and they're looking at 8 different items that are in a similar category, why they choose to pick yours, right? And so it's really just kind of establishing who your brand is. And if you think about brand as like a person, you're just really letting them, get to know about your company. So product. So I'm over here on Tanks That Get Around, right? Wonderful client, again, allowing us to kind of use their stuff in order to show all these very neat things. So opening up the ad account, and then when I open up the ad account, when it decides to open, I'm going to go up to create right here in the mid left. And we're going to go to the brand awareness. So just click up here. You can see we're going to go through each and every one of these campaigns, right? So we're going to go with brand awareness. Many of you will have this option, create split test. And this is going to test, ad sets against each other to understand which optimization strategies, and then budget optimization will move your budget around. I don't do this. This may be useful for some of you, and I might get into this a little bit later when we kind of go through. In the coming weeks, I'm going to have kind of a theory of Facebook week, right? And so we can kind of go through some of this stuff on how they optimize and things like that. So I'm creating the campaign. It's going through here, right? I'm going to set up, so for Tanks That Get Around, this is, I'm going to set up, our travelers, right? So they're supposed to be funny. They are funny. Actually, I really enjoy them. Funny tank tops that have to do with travel. So I'm going to do, maybe 18 to 25-year-olds, right? That's a pretty normal split here. And men and women, and I'm just going to put in detailed targeting traveling, right? And yeah, they have a travel interest. And then, maybe one of the more popular shirts that we have is the Bangkok and then Phuket. So maybe I'll just, narrow to Thailand, right? Narrow travelers that are interested in Thailand. It's 2.6 million people. It's a pretty good sized audience. So I'm just going to run with that. It's not ideal, but it'll work for our purposes. So I'm going to set up a daily budget of $5. Run it continuously starting today. Optimization for delivery. The ad recall list. We'll serve your ads to maximize the total number of people who will remember seeing your ads. To help us improve delivery optimization, we may survey a small section of your audience. Now, that is an interesting thing. If you've ever been on Facebook and seen the surveys, right, that's what this is from, is these brand awareness objectives where they're trying to figure out, what sort of people are remembering it, right? And so that they can optimize towards exactly who should be seeing your ads in order for the maximum amount of recall. We get charged on impressions. Our strategy is the lowest cost, most impressions for our dollar. We're just going to do automatic placement. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to continue. And so we've got a number of options here. We're just using our identity, make sure it's on the right page. Use your selected Facebook page if you don't have an Instagram, or if you have an Instagram, you hook it up to your business manager. I did a video earlier about how to do that. So you can do a looping image video with 10 images, a single video, single image, carousel. We're just going to do single image. It's probably the most standard Facebook ad, not necessarily the one that works best, but sometimes it does. So I'm going to do, no, that's the Denver Bronco one. All right. Well, I am going to grab one real quick. Okay, so I grabbed my image for the Phuket tank top. Very funny. And so I'm going to go over here to the page. I'm going to grab some copy off of it, right? So probably skirting the lines a little bit here with the acceptability policy. And then, so I'm just going to grab that off of the website. I'm going to go down here. And then I'm going to add a website URL as well. We're going to add the website URL to the page there, or to the product page. I'm going to do a headline, tanks that get around. It's going to say, we're just going to quick say, apparel for travelers, right? So very simple. I'm also going to do a call to action button. Our call to action buttons here are download, get showtimes, learn more, listen now, send message, see menu, shop now, sign up, subscribe, watch more, request time, apply now, book now, contact us. I'm going to click shop now. That's probably makes the most sense for us. And then, we can go through here and we can kind of scroll through and see, what our mock-ups would look like on, Instagram and things like that. And that's all it is, really. So pretty simple. This is the brand awareness objective. Let me know if you all have any questions about that. Really, again, this is for people trying to build, like it says, brand awareness, right? Trying to find people that will remember your message and you can kind of establish an identity with them, and, kind of build towards the future with that, especially useful for folks that sell through third-party retailers, whatever, just trying to get the word out about your products. So thank you all for watching. Happy marketing.